Greetings, folks, and today I am overlooking the Tomales Bay in Marin County, California. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous day. I am at the Marconi Conference Center, which has been turned into a state park. I did not know that until I did a little research online and found out it had become a state park. The last time I heard about it, it was an abandoned building area with a lot of history. But today I'm going to walk around and explore it. Come along with me. Well, as you might have guessed, I have never been here before. And I do not even know where to start looking around. Tomales Bay is certainly beautiful. There's a picnic area. I do not know what that building is yet, but I'm the only car in the parking lot except for maintenance workers. So I think I can just stroll around. This is the only sign that I've seen so far, and I have parked over yonder, and I'm going to go this way. Okay. I think that might be the old historical building. It certainly does not look open. We'll go up and check it out. I'm just surprised I'm not seeing any more signs or actually any sign of life around here. Wow, that looks pretty creepy. Okay, somebody is mowing the lawn, which is a good sign. I mean, this is a state historical park, but it's certainly not as groomed as what I'm used to seeing at state parks. Wow, there's a big drop off of that step. Okay, those doors are boarded up. Oh, wow. This place looks creepy. Look at that. Yeah. Years ago, I watched a video, and a guy on a motorcycle rode up here from Marin County, and he was looking around, and he noticed how creepy this looked. And now I can see what he means. Look at that moss hanging off the tree. Okay, I don't know why this isn't like cleaned up and spruced up and made more appealing. There's an old building. Huh. Okay. Could go up to that bench. That's really pretty. That's the first pretty thing I've seen here. Cascading waterfall. And I do see a sign now. McCargo Hall. But McCargo Hall also doesn't have any signs of life. Huh. Strange. And then there's a building here as well. Definitely in disrepair. Huh. Well, yeah, the history goes back to an Italian inventor And I'll put the year in the notes because I forgot the year. But he had something to do with inventing wireless radio communication. And I believe he built this place. For some of his business operations, and it was a very significant discovery and invention in the world of technology. But then there was the interruption of World War I, where the military took over this property and did something with communications here. It's so creepy looking. So the history includes that portion of significance. He was the one that founded it here. Yeah. Then, somehow after the war, it transitioned into private ownership, and it was purchased by a fellow who started, there's someone up there, maintenance worker, purchased by a fellow who started the Synanon drug and rehabilitation program out here. Now, Synanon was a very hardcore type of therapy, and it got to be well known in a bad way for its very confrontational methods of dealing with drug addicts. And when I say confrontational, I'm talking punitive and hostile, and just nothing like we would want to talk about today as far as mental health treatment for drug and alcohol rehab. Let's go down here to this beautiful overlook. Oh my gosh, Tomales Bay. So pretty. We're going to head down here just to take a look. Anyhow, that fellow who developed the Synanon program got in a lot of trouble for how he was handling his patients. And yeah, he did some really bizarre things with his patients. Anyhow, oh, here's a trail. Okay, good. I'll check that out later. So gosh, I think he was arrested on murder charges. And long story short, the Synanon program out here ended, which is a good thing. And then I think it just stayed in disrepair for quite a while. I will look up to see when California State Parks took it over. I think it's fairly recently. There is a conference center out here that also includes a hotel. I don't know where that is exactly, but let's see if we can find it. Oh gosh, really? Another abandoned, boarded up building? Oh boy. Well, I don't think this is the direction of the hotel. Yeah, like I said, not very well marked, and kind of creepy if this is your first time out here. Okay, I just huff and puffed my way up a trail. Thankfully it was paved, and I hear voices, and I don't think I'm hallucinating. Oh. Ah. Here's the lodge. Okay. All right, let's look around. Looks like a nice fire pit there. So it looks like everyone that is here for lodging. There's a cool car. And that's probably registration. Well, that sign says Cyprus. So that must be a hall of some sort, and this is the restaurant. Very pretty. Maybells. Oh, Maybell, what are you doing way out here? Yes, I could have taken my vehicle up that road, but I needed to get my steps in anyway, I guess. Well, so much for seeing the restaurant. I'm not going to eat here. I'll wait until I go back down, possibly into the town of Tomales. Well, I climbed the hill behind the restaurant, and kind of a dead end. That's the view. But I did pass this abandoned trailer, and I just wondered who lived here last. That is one old, messed up trailer. Like a park trailer. Oh my goodness. Yeah, windows are busted out. Well, one part of the story that I forgot to mention is that when the Synanon people disbanded, no, before that, before they disbanded, when they stopped treating drug and alcohol patients and providing their very questionable form of therapy, I can barely say that word and mean it, but they decided they, meaning the people that lived out here, headed by the person who founded the Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center, they decided that they would call themselves residents of an alternative lifestyle. And that alternative lifestyle was really weird. It was a cult. Yes, it was a cult. And people lived out here doing some very strange things. Yeah, I did read about some of that, and instead of exploring all the details, if you're interested, you can look it up. But needless to say, very weird, very strange, and I'm sure a lot of it was criminal. So, yeah, that's some of the history of this place. Thankfully, that's in the past, and I think this place will be brought up to a whole new standard, given the lodge that they've created and some of the renovations, and this beautiful restaurant. The conference center, I'm sure, attracts a lot of events, conferences, meetings. So, what a history, what a past. It would be great to have a docent out here explaining all of this. I've left out a lot of details, and I don't even know all of the details, but that gives you some idea of what happened out here in the past. Here's another trail that might be worth exploring. The meadow. Just an open area for gathering and maybe playing volleyball. And possibly walking your dog or something like that. Time to take a quick look at this hall. I'm pretty sure this is where a lot of the meetings would be held. Looks like a big tent over there, maybe for a big barbecue or something like that. I looked in the window. Decent sized room with a wooden floor, chairs, a stage, and then I'm thinking this would be set up for food or entertainment or both. Oh, wow. It's got a concrete slab. Okay. You could do a lot with this. This is very cool. I can just imagine a band and some dancing here. Well, one more place to check out, and that's that little trail that I saw right at the beginning of this visit, and I think it was called the Bridge Trail. Well, I don't know how far I'm going to go. I think I've done all the exploring I want to do for today. Getting hungry. And I have put on about 3 or 3.5 miles, I think. So I'll check out the bridge. I think this is a good turnaround point. Start heading back. I don't think we can leave here without saying farewell to that old, abandoned, boarded up, and creepy looking structure up there. And I just wonder how much it would cost and how long it would take to fix it up. And I wonder what it was like when the Synanon group lived out here, and then the alternative lifestyle folks, the cult, took it over. If those walls could talk, right? Well, I'm going to head on down the road. I'm going to say thank you for coming along with me on this exploration of the Marconi Conference Center State Historic Park. Not too far from Tomales or Point Reyes, if you're familiar with those areas, in Marin County, California. Until next time, take care and take time to wander. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.